My philosophy in teaching has to do with experiential education. I believe in getting my students out of the classroom and into the environment. So, you know, I do a lot of stuff with Special Olympics. I do a lot of things with our students on our campus as far as outdoor recreation. But a couple of things have really come to mind within the last 3 years that have really ignited my passion. And I've got a professor here from Washita, Byron Eubanks, that came up here. So we may have some questions to ask Byron. The first thing is I brought some books along because teachers always bring books. It's called Place-Based Education. And place-based education has to do with taking students into an environment. I call it the same old field trip. So you take a student to a place, and these gentlemen are going to talk about their places later on, but I believe this is really important. And from that, Dr. Eubanks and I, along with a couple other colleagues at Washita, formed a class called On the Washita. Now, if you're not familiar with our campus, at Ouachita Baptist University, the Ouachita River runs right through our campus. And so Byron, a couple years ago, was carrying his daughter to Brevard University, which is in North Carolina, and they have a river that runs through their campus. So Dr. Eubanks comes back and said, we ought to do this. And so we piloted On the Washita. Now the neat thing about On the Washita is that 4 different disciplines come together for this class. There is Dr. Eubanks, who does philosophy. My specialty is outdoor recreation. We have another professor that does biology, and then another professor that does history. And so the backbone of this class was, and you may be familiar with this, the Dunbar Expedition. There were 4 expeditions that Thomas Jefferson sent out into Louisiana to purchase. The most famous is which one? Lewis and Clark. Okay. This one, the Dunbar Expedition, was actually sent to go up to the Arkadelphia River. They just got scared of the Osage Indians and said, let's do a detour and let's go through up to Washita to Hot Springs. And so, this is our class. So our students, over the course of the semester, we read the Dunbar Expedition. We talk about environmental ethics. I teach them how to canoe and all those good things that you do in the outdoors. And then we also have a biologist. And so we then spend a week on the Ouachita River. Anybody ready to go back to college? Yeah, okay? And so really, if you think about this is what a liberal arts education is really all about. Interdisciplinary, cross-curricular course. And so we did it the first year, had 17 students. We just finished it a couple of weeks ago. Didn't spend much time on the Ouachita River because there was so much water flowing down. Couldn't even put our canoes in the water. But we had a great time. Okay, so that's what Place is all about. We've had some inquiries from Central Arkansas is going to start doing this, some other schools. And so we think this is a course that really catches on. But then you may be familiar with, and probably one of the most influential books written in outdoor recreation over the last 5 years, Last Child in the Woods. Powerful. What this book is talking about is this generation has not been using their outdoor skills. They've been mouse potatoes, couch potatoes. And so, like I said, building on my philosophy of place-based education, experiential education, getting students involved, this past semester I had my students bring, or had a field trip, of 180 4th graders came to our campus. Did you hear what I said? 180 4th graders. When they came to campus, we taught them outdoor recreation. We taught them about the Dunbar Expedition. We taught them about Leave No Trace environmental ethics. We taught them about the Washita River watershed. We also taught them how to use a compass and read a map. And you're talking about a powerful experience. These students came from Camden Fairview. Over half of the students were African American students. Powerful. One student, when we were teaching them how to use a compass, we told them how to align the compass. You probably already know this. Never eat sour watermelons. Put red in red. One student is spinning the compass around, finally gets the red in red, and says, I got it. Now in education, when you get I got it situations, that's what you're looking for. And so my students got to teach these activities to fourth grade students. So these are some of the things that I'm involved with. A class to get students out into the outdoors, bringing fourth graders and giving them into the outdoors. Also, I had the outdoor rec program at Washita where we take students out and play in the outdoors. So that's some of the things that I'm doing at Washita Baptist University.